In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to find the product of matrices. But before we start, you need to be familiar with rows and columns. So rows are associated with horizontal lines, whereas columns are associated with vertical lines. So these rows and these columns. And so in this matrix A and matrix B, where are the rows and columns? So here is our row 1, because these elements are in a horizontal line, and then this is our columns. All right, so for this matrix A, it tells this is the first row, and then this is the second row. This is the first column, and this is the second column. So for this second matrix, this is the first row, and then this is the second row, and then it tells only one column. All right, so let's talk about the size of this matrix A and matrix B. So matrix A has, this is the first row, this is the second row, so it has 2 rows by, this is column 1 and column 2, so it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So matrix B has row 1 and row 2, which is 2 rows by, it has only 1 column. So the size of a matrix is denoted by rows and columns. You count the rows first before the columns. So that's why we have 2 rows and 2 columns. And then we have 2 rows and 1 column here. And then there's another thing you need to know. For you to multiply matrices, the number of columns of the first matrix must equal the number of rows of the second matrix. Alright? If they are not the same, then you can't find their product. And then what does this 2 and 1 here tell us? So this 2 and 1 is going to be the order of the resulting matrix. So if I multiply this matrix A and matrix B, the resulting matrix will be a matrix of 2 rows, let's say is A and B, and then 1 column, which is this row 1, row 2, and then column 1. So this is going to be the order of the resulting matrix. So let's go ahead and calculate this. So let me clear this space. Alright, so if you want to find the product of these two matrices, we're going to use this row here and then multiply this column. So it's going to be 2 times 2 plus 3 times 1. So this is going to form the first entry. Let's call that entry A of the resultant matrix. And then this row, second row, we're going to use it and then multiply this column again. So it's going to be 6 times 2 plus 4 times 1. So because this is the second row of this matrix, it's going to form, the answer is going to form the second entry of a resultant matrix, which I will call B. But then it's going to be on the second row because we are dealing with the second row here. It's not going to be the second elements of the first row, as in A and B. Alright, now because this is the second row, the answer we get will be at the second row of the resultant matrix. Alright, so let's go ahead and calculate the product of this matrix. Okay, so the product of matrix A and B is going to be equal to, you have 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 3 times 1, which is 3. Then the second entry of the resultant matrix is going to be 6 times 2, which is 12, plus 4 times 1, which is 4. Alright, so this is going to give us 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, and then 12 plus 4 is equal to 16. So the product of matrix A and B is going to be 7 and 16. Alright, so this is going to be our answer. So if you look at this now, you see that this is a matrix of order 2 by 1. It has 2 rows and 1 column. Thank you for watching.